what we was back what we were saying. So back what we were saying.
With the science.
No, but at the end of the day, COVID is really killing people, and I just think like we aren't like what Will said. We are not taking. Look at all the other countries. Look at all the other countries, Kyle. Like we are a lot of all these other countries have it under control. The UK literally has I think less than 100 cases already, and they are just locked down right now. They locked it down because they only had less than 100, and they literally locked it down. We have 100,000 cases. And we still have people going into Walmart like this is no fucking big deal.
So how I feel about that is kind of what I just said before, was the UK, they don't have as much, stupid shit going on in their country as we do ours. Like, there is so much shit with this coronavirus. I don't know, man.
They're pretty fucking racist over there. They got social injustice. They got all the same
Well, I mean, a lot of it is straying from what's going on over here.
What do you mean?
With our, Black Lives Matter movement and everything, it followed right over there. Like, their stuff started when ours began. So...
We're an example for the rest of the world, too. Whatever
I know,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. But, with everything going on here with the election and all this other stuff, that Corona is definitely a huge part in how it's swaying, the votes and everything. I don't think we can believe our counts, because I feel like our counts would be the same as over there as, it is here, but we're just, swaying the numbers to whatever media site is,
I get what you're saying. I do. I think that what we should do is we should meet in the middle here, right? We shouldn't lock everything down, you're right. That's kind of fucked. That's too extreme. We shouldn't restrict everybody from doing anything. But we should do something. And some of the numbers are real. Maybe you're right. Maybe they're skewed.
That.
Maybe they're skewed and you might be right. But we can't just discredit it entirely.
No. Yeah, I believe that.
I think that we have to do fucking something, because right now we are the worst by far in the world because we're not taking it fucking seriously.
And, another thing is this whole mandatory mask deal. All right, so if you're going to make a mandatory mask, law that everybody has to wear a mask wherever they go, they should at least have to wear a medical grade mask. These pieces of fabric that we're wearing over our face are not doing anything for the coronavirus.
Yes.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. If you're
and when you're
at
a bar, you're walking around, you put it on, then you sit down, you take it off.
People are using a fucking bandana over their face, which they're breathing in everything. And it's just not, it's not doing the job. If you want a mask movement, wear a medical grade mask that actually does something.
No, and I agree. No, see, now that's where I agree with, because at the end of the day, those fabric masks, those aren't medical grade masks. Like, those aren't helping you. Like, you have to literally, I personally, I have to rewash my masks and shit. These masks get filthy and shit. Fabric, you're putting this over your face and stuff, and then it's not really doing much. You're just they're not like you said, they're not medical grade masks. And at the end of the day, I think also it's crazy because they say we wear masks, but shouldn't we wear gloves as well?
But granted, all right. So even with medical grade masks, they don't do what they're supposed to do. China's been wearing masks in their country for the last 10 years. Everywhere they go, they've been wearing masks on the street for the last 10 years, and it didn't help their causes at all. Their numbers were higher than ours were.
No, but
and they've been wearing them, all the fucking time.
I think they helped if they rather than they didn't have masks. And I think I saw a statistic recently that was like those cloths that we wear over our heads, the bandanas, they stopped maybe about 5%. So you're right. That's useless.
Nothing.
But real masks, like real medical grade masks,
it's like 80-something percent.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
much better. And that makes a difference.
Yes, I do agree with that. But with the China thing, they went down in numbers super fast. But they're also a super more collected state, I guess. Everything they do, everybody abides by what the laws are. We're in America. Everybody does what the fuck they want to do, and they don't give a fuck what the laws are. So, it's kind of, you get what you give,
So, now we're going to talk about the elephant in the room, which nobody has actually talked about. What do you think? Do you think Biden's going to do anything about Derek Chauvin and whatever his name is? I don't give a fuck. I could care less about pronouncing his name right. And Breonna Taylor's death, nobody has not. There has not been any justice for that poor woman. And people okay. So Will, I don't know if you ever seen. Will, Kyle, Amber, I don't know, guys. Well, you've seen the movie earlier. You saw the movie last night. The movie Snitch by Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It kind of makes sense. You know, you go to like, okay, people are getting arrested for like these crimes, and then like, okay, so for instance, I told Amber, I was like, okay, say I'm an old man or some shit. Say I have a son, and my son's living with me at home, and he buys some drugs online. I'm thinking, okay, my son just got a package, whatever. I signed a package. Boom, I'm going to jail for some shit, but. It's because I signed a package, so then they think I'm the one selling drugs. Now, hold on. Here's where I get with Breonna Taylor's case. Breonna Taylor, they said the same shit. They're like, well, her boyfriend was selling drugs. So hold on. Can we all agree that for a person selling drugs in a house, even if she knew about it, does that constitute her death whatsoever?
I don't think anybody deserves to die for any, sort
I think
of
we're
crime.
all on the same page.
Nobody has the right to take anybody's life over another.
It was just entirely fucked up.
No, and if anybody thinks otherwise, get the fuck out of here. Because no, that shit hurt me. That shit hurt my soul. A woman died in her sleep. Amber, no, guys, listen. The fucked up part about it is it's not even just that. A couple years ago, a man walked into his house. A man was living in his house, just chilling, like we are right now. The woman thought she was in the right house, thought he was an intruder, and shot him in his own house. Yeah. Got off. Still probably has her job right now.
Yeah.
All right. So,
it's crazy.
Did you hear what just happened in Oregon?
Oh, no.
They decriminalized all drugs ever, man.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to Oregon. We're doing crack cocaine, baby.
All right. No.
Whoa.
All right, hold on. So this is a way. You say that like it's a bad thing.
Oh, dear.
Every other country is the same way as it is in Oregon right now. They do not have. Drugs are decriminalized in every other country unless you are some huge dealer.
China?
Drugs are all right. So
China's wild. Listen,
Simmer.
I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna. This is the future. It's going to be decriminalized all over the world. It's only going to be a problem if you're some huge dealer that's selling bunk stuff that's getting people killed. It's going to end up being in. You're going to be able to go to a building where there's going to be a doctor, giving you your cocaine, giving you your fucking whatever the fuck you need at a medical grade, that's safe for consumption with places, that you can do it at. And, you go skydiving, you go rock climbing, you risk your life doing all these other recreational stuff. But you as a grown person can't do a line of cocaine without getting fucking arrested and sent to jail for fucking 10 years? That's some bullshit. You're a grown adult. You can make whatever decisions you want to make that only affect you. If it's affecting other people, yes, fine. Send them to jail. But there's a difference between, doing things at your own risk and then, doing something that's affecting other people for, their safety.
Okay.
It's completely different. And with the decriminalization of drugs, it's going to make it a lot safer.
I like this.
Everybody is going... Our prisons are filled up with people getting for drug sales. They're not hurting anybody. They're literally, drug addicts that are... Or at least, put more education into the schools and everything about this stuff so, people aren't getting lost in the system in our prison system. That's another whole topic, but that's just teaching people how to be better criminals. But off the point.
But no. Let's talk about that. That's a good point. I like how he said that because prison is literally just another form of slavery. Let's be real. Prison is literally another form of slavery. Okay, hold on. And I never thought about this until I was thinking about it. You know how basically, some slaves they didn't pay. You know how basically they always say, oh, well, black people killed each other back in the day. Black people enslaved each other. I always say the point, did you ever did your mama ever tell you to mind your business? Native Americans did the same shit. Iroquois, Native Americans literally had their own tribes and they fought against each other for land.
Right.
That's their own business. But but listen, here's where I get to the point. Black people, if you want to call them, I guess, Europeans or whatever, came here, took the black people and sold, and they knew them. They knew the black people would do whatever. And they told these people, here's coins. Well, now you have people digging diamonds out of the fucking mines for coins. And these black people think this fucking Abraham Lincoln penny is worth hundreds of fucking dollars when really they're giving them nothing for diamonds. And this is where I get to the point of prisons. Prisons literally force people to, you can work and shit, you can do dishwashing, you can make license plates and all that shit, but you're only getting less than $1 an hour.
When I was in jail,
so it's the whole point. Even though
I was taken out of my pod and forced to work because they had nobody else that reached the
Did you get paid?
Absolutely not. I got nothing. I was forced to work there. It was supposed to be a 10-man job. There was only 2 people that fit their restrictions because they had an escape attempt to where they banned anybody who wasn't already sentenced in less than 6 months from release, because they had somebody that was like a year from being released, and once he was taking the trash out, he ran for it, he went away, so they put in a restriction where only people who were sentenced and were supposed to be released within the next 6 months, so they didn't think anybody who only had 6 months would, try to escape, because it's a 5-year charge. So I was forced to work with it was just me and one other guy doing all the jobs. It was laundry, cooking every meal. I only had a chance to sleep for 4 hours at a time. That was my longest chance I had to sleep. And they told me, I was like, well, I don't want to work. I didn't want to be a trustee. So they said, if I don't work, I'm going to the shoe and I'm losing my good time. So I was going to either stay for an extra 6 months or, work for free, which was some bullshit.
Listen, at the end of the day...
Hold on. The one thing I got, for your slavery thing was, I don't know if it means anything, but the black people that were, sent over to America as slaves were actually sold from their... they weren't kidnapped from their country. They were people that were already enslaved over there, and they were sold to the Europeans to bring over here.
Can I say something real quick? I want to say something. Okay,
I don't know if it means anything, but it was happening everywhere.
Can I say something real quick? Okay, so does anybody ever watch Roots? It doesn't matter if it was the old version or the new version. Roots.
I don't think so.
Okay, now hold on, wait. I want to pause. All right. Now, because I'm about to school y'all real